Alright, here's my short video guide for lesson 132, more focusing on the characteristics of shapes, what makes shapes unique, and how can we describe those unique characteristics. The first problem here, I'm going to show you, it's like we were doing in lesson 131. We are going to open up the Desmos eTool, and we are going to sort our shapes into the correct Venn diagram. So we have one is quadrilateral, one is equilateral, and then everything where they overlap would be in between. And so if it's a equilateral quadrilateral, like a square, it goes in the middle. Okay, if it's just a quadrilateral, meaning a four-sided shape, such as this trapezoid, it would go in the left. Okay, now if I go back to the lesson, you're going to sort these shapes, equilateral, or quadrilateral, equilateral, and everything in between. And then in the next slide, I want you to add an image of that eTool. And so I want to show you what that looks like. So if I go to here, and this will be more filled out than what I have it here, what you're going to do is you're going to click this button up here that says Share Graph. You're going to export an image, and you're going to download it as a PNG. Okay? Then you're going to go back to the lesson. You'll be on this slide, you'll go to the next one, and you're going to click this little plus sign up here. And you can add an image, and if I go to my downloads, my Desmos graph is right there. So that means when I go through the lesson, I can see how you sorted your shapes. Okay? If you have questions about how to add the image, maybe you didn't make much sense, you can just email me and I can direct you to this video. Moving on, we have this problem here, just how can you describe a square? Find a way to describe it as best as you can. So what you're going to do down here is you're going to really put the unique characteristics of a square that make it a square. You can say it has four equal sides, but that might not be descriptive enough. So make sure you try to be as descriptive as possible what makes a square a square. I like to think if you're talking on the phone, how would you describe a square to somebody that can't actually see what it looks like? Okay, here we have a long one. This is going to be the long problem of the day. We are going to kind of fill out this shape toolkit. And so you are going to do what we do with the square. You're going to make a descriptive explanation of all of these shapes in our shape toolkit. And now you can go into the PDF and work through Kami if you want to. We did that before in lesson 131 or 126, I don't remember. Or you can look at on here and you can write on here. And then I want your descriptions to go, and these ones can be a little bit shorter than the one for the square, but I want the descriptions to go in this text box below. And try to, again, be as descriptive as possible. Try to keep it short and sweet. If I was talking about an equilateral triangle, you could say three-sided, all equal side lengths. Okay, and then try to fill out each one about what makes them unique. The next problem, again, a Venn diagram, but this time we're going to try to label what the circles mean. So we can see here we got a couple of three-sided shapes. Over here we have four-sided shapes. So maybe you could say the circle 1 attribute is triangles. Maybe you could say circle 2 is quadrilaterals, but that doesn't seem to be right because what's in the middle. And so you got to think what attributes can fit the left, what attributes fit the right, and so that this all makes sense. Here we just have one last one. And they're going to have a lot of possibilities here. So what they're saying is you have you have a Venn diagram again. What could the left circle be and what could the right circle be so that a square would fall in the middle? All right, and there's different possibilities and I want to see what you come up with. Lastly, just a reflection, what questions you have about today's lesson so when I review them, I can go into this slide and say, oh, the shape bucket didn't make sense, or the Venn diagrams haven't made sense for me. Or I really like this, or I really didn't like that. And so I can go through and I can try to correct the way I've been doing things or try to make them better for you. All right, that's everything. If you have more questions, please feel free to reach out through email. I'm happy to make individualized videos.